नाराए फारूकी व सहाबा।
My Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he passed by a woman who was crying over the loss of her child, and she was probably uttering words that a person does at the time of loss. So my Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from behind her, he passed by and he said, "Oh servant of Allah, ittaqillah wasbiri, fear Allah Almighty and be patient." So like a normal person who is grieving, thinking you're the only one who's going through it and you're the only one who's experienced it, she said, "Okay, go from here and leave me alone. What do you know of the difficulty that I am going through? What do you know of the hardship that I am going through?" Not knowing it was the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And for the record, this advice is coming from that Nabi who lost and buried all his children with the exception of Sayyidina Fatima radiyallahu anha. My Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam in total had 7 children, 4 daughters and 2 sons from Sayyidina Khadija radiyallahu anha, and 1 son from Sayyidina Maria Qibtiyya radiyallahu anha by the name of Sayyidina Ibrahim radiyallahu anh. When Sayyidina Ibrahim radiyallahu anh passed away, my Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam cried, and he cried so much कि Abdul Rahman ibn Auf radiyallahu anh said कि O Nabi of Allah, what's with the crying? I mean, we are weak and we cry. And my Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam responded by saying कि the eyes are full of tears and the heart is crying, but the tongue will only utter that which pleases Allah Almighty, and that is inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. The narration of Bukhari Sharif and Muslim Sharif, Sulaym radiyallahu anha, when she lost her child, it is written that she didn't even shed a single tear. Not a single tear did she shed, balki she was the one who gave comfort to her husband, saying that our son was an amanat from Allah Almighty and Allah has taken him away. The question that the Mufassirin ask here is that Sulaym, a female companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, lost her child but didn't shed a single tear. Yet my Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, upon the demise of his son Sayyidina Ibrahim radiyallahu anh, cried so much that Abdul Rahman ibn Auf radiyallahu anh engaged him and said, "O Nabi of Allah, why so many tears?" And my Nabi said, "I am the father and I have to cry." The scholars asked the question, did Sulaym radiyallahu anha possess more sabr than the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam? Because as the narration says, she didn't shed a single tear. What an amazing answer the scholars give. They say Sulaym, she preserved herself and she contained herself. But my Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam was no ordinary individual. He was a Nabi, he was a teacher, he was a role model, and he was a guidance for entire humanity till the day of judgment. So upon the demise of his son Sayyidina Ibrahim, Allah made him cry to give hope and solace, comfort and direction to the ummah that will come after him, that when you lose a beloved, you can't cry, because the best of creation sallallahu alaihi wasallam also cried. My Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was a Nabi that whatever he did was going to be a lesson for entire humanity till the day of judgment. Even though his sabr is such no one can compare to, but my Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam was an example for everyone. So Allah made him cry to give solace to the rest of the world. If we were all on that level of Sulaym radiyallahu anha, that no one would tear and cry, then people like you and I would have no hope, who upon every difficulty and every hardship we are complaining and crying. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to this sister, "Ki fear Allah and be patient." So she said, "Go from here, and what do you know of my difficulty and hardship?" Later on someone told her, "Ki do you know who that was? That was the Nabi of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam." So she began to shake and she began to tremble, and then she went to my Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam and she said, "O Nabi of Allah, forgive me." My Nabi was not angry with her, but my Nabi advised her. And my Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, कि sabr will only be recorded at the time of the knock. Only when you are knocked by Allah Almighty will your sabr be recorded, and will that sabr give you such marks that not even your nafil salah and your nafil ibadah could have given you.